All right, geometry, we're doing this review for our test. Next class, it's Unit 7, it's circles and 3D figures. So let's start off with number 1 here. It says to name a major arc. So major is important. Major means uh, more than half. Okay, and it has to have 3 letters. Okay, so you can tell C is not right, only has 2 letters. And then A, let's do FDG from F to D to G. Do you see how that is more than half a circle? That's good. Now I want to show you how the other ones are wrong. DCG. Sorry, I'm recording a video. What's up? So DCG, sorry, goes halfway. Halfway is not major, that is a semicircle. Okay. And then FBG, that's not even halfway. So it's gotta be A. Okay, on number 2, what's a cross section? Remember, a cross section is a slice, and it says a horizontal slice. So if you cut this thing horizontally like this, you're gonna slice it, and you're gonna get the same shape as the base. Same shape as the base. The question is, what is the base? Well, this 5-sided figure is called a pentagon. All right, so it's not a triangle or a hexagon. The distractor is B because a rectangle. You see a rectangle up and down, but we're not doing vertical. We're doing horizontal. Very important. Okay. All right. What's the total surface area of this prism? Now here's the deal. It tells you the formula. I'm trying to make this easy for you. pH plus 2B. Okay. P is the perimeter of the bottom. Okay. So it's going to be the total surface area. So the perimeter of the bottom is where you add up all 4 sides, 5.2 plus 2.4 plus 5.2 plus 2.4 times the height, which is 3.5, plus 2b. Now, big B stands for the area of the base. The area of the base at the bottom here is 5.2 times 2.4. Okay, so 2 times 5.2 times 2.4. Now it's a lot of dots and decimals and all that good stuff. Okay, I'm going to do this on my calculator. All right. I'm going to type it off to the side here, but I'm going to pull it over here in a second. Times 3.5 plus 2 plus 2.4. Okay, after all of that, you type it in, hit enter, and you get 78.16, which is going to be answer B. So make sure you're following these formulas. Big P is perimeter of the base, big B is area of the base. Okay. Okay, down here on the bottom, number 4, what is the correct setup for find the volume of the cone? Now it tells you it's 1/3 pi r squared h. So the question is, what is r? You gotta know r is halfway across. So half of 14 is 7. R is 7. The height is 18. Right? So when we set this up, if I'm using this formula, it's going to be volume equals 1/3. I'm making a video. Sorry. 1/3 pi 7 squared, and then h, which is 18. Okay. So which one of these answer choices matches that? It's going to be B. All right. All right, on number 5, we're doing lateral surface area. So you're going to use this formula, P times H, where P is the perimeter and H is sideways. So again, you want to think of it like this, where the height is 12, right? The height is 12. And then the P, perimeter of the base, you're adding up all 3 sides of that triangle. So 5 plus 5 plus 6, which is 16. The height looks like it's sideways here, but if you think of it like this, it's up and down, right? So the height is 12. So your lateral surface area equals P times H, 16 times 12. For 16 times 12, we get 192. All right, let's see. Number 6, we're using volume of a cylinder. So we're using this formula, 2 pi r squared h. Now remember, r is from the center to the edge, so r is 5, and our h is 18. So we're going to be doing 2 times pi times r squared times h, which is 18. So 2 pi 5 squared times 18. And then I did that already up here, and I got 2827. All right. So make sure you type that into your Desmos calculator. Down here, we're doing total surface area of a cylinder. Okay. And it tells us what the radius and the height are. Okay, radius is 3, height is 9. So we're going to use this formula, 2 pi RH, so 3, 9, plus 2 pi r squared, which is 3 squared. Okay. All right. And then we just got to type it into the calculator. So let's pull that up. I'll pull off to the side and I'll bring it over. So 2 times pi times 3 times 9 plus 2 times pi times 3 squared. All right. So if you do that, hit enter, you get 226.19. And that was going to be letter C for us. All right. Now remember, the last page of your test and your review are going to have a reference materials or a formula chart, formula sheet. You can use it. However, I'm giving you them on every single problem. Okay. So it says find the volume of the prism. Volume of a prism is big BH, which big B is the area of the base. So we're going to think of this as our big B. So to find big B, the area of the base, we have to do 2 times 3, which is 6. And we're thinking this sideways is our height. So our H is 6. So our volume is going to be 6 times 6, 36, right? And these are all supposed to be cube units. All right, second to last one. Write the name of the solid that matches the net. Remember, a net is unfolded. So all you're trying to do is fold it back up in your mind. So this is going to stay on the bottom, in the middle, and then all those triangles are going to fold up and touch at the top. So if you have those 4 triangles touching at the top, you're going to get something that looks like this, okay? That's not a cone because it's not circular, or a sphere because it's not round. Oops. I see how these could be confusing, but the base bottom is a square, so it can't be a triangular. And it's not a prism because it doesn't have 2 bases. So it's a pyramid because it has a point at the top, square at the bottom. Square pyramid. Okay. Last but not least, number 10, find the surface area of the sphere below in terms of pi, which means do not multiply pi. And we know the surface area of a sphere is 4 pi r squared. Again, you can find it over here. But so again, the radius is from the center to the edge, so it's 9. Be careful with that. So 4 pi 9 squared. Now remember, we're not multiplying pi, so we're going to do 4 times 9 squared, and we're going to bring the pi out here. So it's 4 times 9 squared, 4 times 9 squared. You get 324 pi. All right. So that's your review. We're just taking bits and pieces of this unit, keeping it short and sweet. Your test will be very similar to this review, so make sure you understand this review before you take your test.